Hello everyone and welcome into my channel. My name is Jackie Alves and thanks so much for joining me here today. And as you can see, as usual, I'm in my beautiful makeup studio here in Arizona where I live. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. And today I've been looking for, what was that? Today? I don't know what's up with my voice. Whatever. Today, I am looking forward to showing you some incredible ways to get a next level eyeshadow look that's not going to take a lot of time. Now, I'm going to show you several different steps that you can use where you can do a wing liner, more intense eyeshadow, whichever one you like. You don't have to do all of the steps. You can pick and choose your favorites. It's like a little bit of an eyeshadow buffet, if you will. I'm also going to show you some really great ways to make your eyes pop and a way to use a new type of lash I just picked up. So I hope that today I can bring you some value and some new tips and tricks so you can try a brand new look. I seem to be going like this a lot today. You can tell I'm up to something. All right. I'm going to start first with a little bit of serum. I haven't done any foundation yet, and I already did my skincare, but right now I'm going to use this BioLab serum. This is from Jafra Cosmetics, and I show this a lot. I've been using it quite a bit about the past month, but it's a great serum for dehydrated skin. Now, I already did all of my skincare, but I like to mix this with my foundation, especially if I'm going to do a long wear foundation. So I'm just gonna use a little bit of it and plop it right on top of my skincare and not rub it in. I'm just gonna let it stay pretty moist and like dewy looking. Now, this isn't for like if you have dry skin. This is more for dehydrated skin. I keep sharing that because it's super important. If you've got oily skin or combo skin, it's okay to use this. Now I'm gonna go in with this long wear foundation. This is by Jafra Cosmetics and it is the Always foundation. It has a 12-hour wear. Now, you know, if you're gonna jump in a pool or, you know, start rubbing your face, I don't know how long it's gonna last, but it is a pretty long wear foundation. So I'm gonna go ahead and start slapping some of that on right over that serum that has not completely dried. Now don't panic if you see it looking a little bit yellow on me. It really does catch some air, it breathes a little bit and starts to even out. But what's cool about all that gold in it is it really corrects the redness in my skin. So I'm good with it. And then once I start adding powder and you know, blush and contour and all the jazz, it really evens out. All right, and I'm gonna do my best to cover up this thing. I don't understand why my face, my skin will look beautiful, and then all of a sudden, like Godzilla just decides to come out of my chin or something. It's horrible. So anyway, covered that little sucker up, and I'll go back and maybe double stack on top of it to make sure it cannot rear its ugly head later. So the reason why I switched foundations, because I like a cream or I like a lightweight matte, whatever. Today I'm going for this more long wear foundation is because I'm going to be doing some next level kind of makeup for you guys so you can really look, you know, really like glamorous, ready to go to a holiday party, if you will, you know, whatever you want to do. But I want you to look really nice and I want this look to last for you. So I'm going to switch over to a long wear foundation. And you guys know that I am an official makeup trainer for Jafra Cosmetics. So of course I love them. And even before I started doing that, I've been working with Jafra for like 8 years now. And I just really love them. So I use a lot of their products, but I always try to share with you guys that this channel is not about brand. I will show you brands, but more importantly, I want to show you formulas and techniques that you can use. So if you've got a long wear foundation that you love, something like Estee Lauder's Double Wear or something like that, use that. I'm not saying the only way you can get this look is with this brand. This formula is long wear. It has sort of a matte finish, but when I combine it with that serum, it really gives it a nice glow that I love. So I've got this like kind of next level, a little bit glamorous look I'm gonna show you today. And it really like gives me a throwback to disco a lot when I do stuff like this. I had a client come in the other day and she was getting ready for a United Way benefit dinner. And I think the theme was like disco or something. And she comes in out of the blue. She's like, "Oh, can we do some glitter?" And normally she's just a basic soft glam kind of chick. And I was like, "What? All right, let's get it. Let's do this glitter." But as I was doing it, I was getting like really some disco and roller skating vibes. I was feeling back in the day. Remember going to the roller skating rink, you guys, when you could put like the lightning bolt sticker, like in the early 80s? Oh God, those were the days. Those were the best days ever, being able to wear a lightning bolt sticker made out of glitter on your face. I wish those were cool again. Maybe I should start my own brand of lightning bolt stickers or stars or something they could put right here. Remember that? The best. And then of course I have flashbacks from roller skating as I'm doing my friend's makeup and like slapping this glitter all over her eyelid to the point that she's looking like a disco ball by the time I'm done with her. And we just had so much fun, but man, it made me think of like back at the roller skating rink, like when you would walk in. I don't know if you guys remember like the feeling when you would walk in to the rink and it would be like the possibilities are endless. It was this feeling of like, yes, like this is gonna be the best day of my life. And then the music would be playing and you could like smell it in the air. Sometimes it smelled like stinky skates when you walked by the rental booth, but you know, if you were cool, you had your own skates with giant pom-poms and whatnot. I don't know, do you guys have any good memories of skating rinks? Especially like early 80s. I think late 70s, early 80s was probably the best. Okay, I'm done with my foundation. I'm gonna do just a little bit of powder. And oh, you know what? I'm gonna use a pressed powder today because it's a little more mattifying. This one is just a great pressed powder. And I'm gonna use it with a brush though. I'm gonna use it as a loose powder right through the middle and on my eyelids. But something I was thinking about with the skating rinks is like the different music. There was such a mix. Like if you go to Spotify and you put like, you know, 70s and 80s roller skate mix, you'll get such a wacky blend of music. So I was listening to like Lisa and Cult Jam, and of course Prince came on, so I had to listen to that. And Little Red Corvette, I was jamming this morning. I was in the mood to hear some roller rink stuff. And the song starts out, Little Red Corvette, you know, it starts out like a little bit, feeling like a little bit mysterious, like you can picture yourself walking out onto the rink or skating out onto the rink, whatever the heck it is you were doing back then. And it's just like this great beginning, and then he starts the words. I don't understand most of Prince's lyrics. He's always been kind of weird, but when the song starts, I guess I should have known by the way you parked your car sideways that it wouldn't last. I don't know. I mean, I'm not quite sure I've ever judged anybody on their relationship abilities by the way they parked their car sideways. Maybe I should. Maybe that's why I got into so many bad relationships when I was younger. Maybe I need to start like making sure I don't get into friendships or relationships with people if they park their car sideways. But then I'm gonna have to call Mr. Alves and tell him we're over, because he parks like a nut wagon, I'm telling you. But seriously, that song, you know, can you hear it right now? Guess I should have known by the way, it just, I can't get enough. And then I go straight into like Madonna, Lucky Star. It was just such a hodgepodge of music. And then all of a sudden, Quiet Riot popped up on the playlist, and I was like, I don't remember this from the skating rink. I do remember weird bands like Twisted Sister, though. What was up with that stuff? Now I'm just like, I'm so old, I can't understand the lyrics. And it's really because I can't hear them, maybe. I don't know, because they're speaking a different language. But back in my day, you guys, the music just didn't even make sense. The lyrics were so weird. All right, so I've got some lightweight contour, and I'm just using a powder from my Beauty Bar palette here. Super simple little contour powder technique. Just going right under my cheekbones. Dun, 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 dun. And right along my forehead at my hairline. Let me come closer. All right. Now you can see I've really just accentuated right here under my cheekbone and under my jaw. And I'm gonna bring it down because of course, you know, I have a little bit of Thanksgiving festivities going on here, the turkey gobbler. So I gotta create a shadow there. All right. Making sure I'm even. You know what, you guys, when I go back and watch the videos when I review after my son's done with the editing, I see so many hilarious things on my face. Like, I think I've noticed I get my blush darker on my left side, or maybe it's my right side, I don't know, but like every time. All right, I'm gonna use a little bit of this pink and a little bit of this orange blush. I do this trick a lot, you guys. Just plopping it right on top of that contour. And if you'll notice, I'm still pretty naked under the eye. I have some really dark thing going on here and here, but I'm going back with concealer later. I'm not gonna get too wound up about it. And you guys, I teach makeup here. I have a makeup academy at my studio here, and I teach mostly young women to do makeup, and I certify them as makeup artists. And they're always like, oh! They're shocked when I don't do concealer and all the striping straight out the gate. And I tell them there's a method to my madness, you guys. Trust me. Trust this process and trust the fact that I've been doing makeup for 33 years. You know, give my wisdom a chance. But they're always bonked out because it's not the way they saw, you know, so-and-so influencer do it or whatever. But the reason why is because I do real makeup for real women here, and it's real life. And so I know that I'm gonna get fallout from eyeshadow, and there's different reasons for the process, but I like to go back later with that eyeshadow so I can, or with that concealer, so I can clean up my eyeshadow. Also because I then like to freshen up that skin under there before I put any more product, especially for my friends over 40 and 50. Like, we need a little extra freshening under there. So just stay with me. So right now I'm gonna do a really fun, like mauve kind of eyeshadow, but I'm really gonna ramp it up a little bit with some eyeliner and extra techniques. And I'm gonna use Jafra's new Celebration eyeshadow palette. This is brand new in November, and I'm pretty sure it's limited edition. So if you wanna give it a try, you guys, grab it. You can pick it up. The link will be, of course, in the description, and you can grab one of these. Super affordable and really, really beautiful, talc-free, incredible product, you guys, but so many choices. But I'm gonna show you with some of these beautiful mauve shades how to create a really beautiful look. So let's get it. Let's get this show on the road. All right, I'm gonna start with this beautiful, really like white shade right here. It's like a cream color. It does have like a little bit of a satin finish to it, but it's not like sparkly. And I'm gonna use it on my entire eyelid, lashes to brows and side to side. All right, now I'm gonna go in with this lighter pink shade. I really wanna tell you guys the names of them, but I can't read them without my glasses. This one is Cheer. Wow, I accidentally just dug my fingernail into that one. So I'm gonna go to this beautiful like pinky peachy shade called Cheer. Then I'm gonna go over to Dance, and then I'm gonna go to Fest. So Cheer, Dance, Fest. Man, it is a celebration palette. Makes me wanna scream, woohoo! All right, so let me hop over to that Cheer that I was telling you about. And I'm still using the same giant eyeshadow brush, because I'm not gonna get real freaked out about trying to be precise at this point. I got bigger fish to fry, people, bigger fish to fry. Meaning we're gonna save the hard work for later. All right, just getting a little bit of that here in that crease area. If you have a smaller eye than I do, if you have smaller area between brows and lashes, just use a smaller brush. You can use the same technique. I have a lot of friends out there saying, my eye isn't shaped like yours. I know, it's okay. Just do this technique smaller. I use these same techniques on all the women that come into the studio, so I know that they'll work for every eye shape. You just have to adjust the size. All right, now I'm gonna go into that Dance shade that's more of like a mauve-y color. And now I'm using a smaller brush I swapped over. And I'll do the same kind of thing, but in a smaller area. And see, I'm doing the good old windshield wiper method. It's the stupidest sounding thing, the windshield wiper method. But back in the day, I started doing makeup when I was 17, and I used to get made fun of a lot for this, like just swiping back and forth. But it works. I've always tried to keep makeup techniques simple, easy, duplicatable. Even when I was doing really next level makeup for photography in Vegas, I really loved to show my ladies that were there ways that they could duplicate the look when they got home, because they were always like, oh, can I just hire you to come home with me and do my makeup every day? They said that all the time. But you know, I love to teach women how to do some of these things at home for their own self so that you can look and feel beautiful every day. So keeping it simple has really been my thought behind most of the techniques. And you know, the least amount of product possible. Good Lord, they have a product for everything these days. I mean, people are like contouring their earlobes anymore. I mean, don't get me wrong. If I could get it to last all day, I might try to contour like my stomach or something. Pretend abs. All right, so I've got that dance shade in there. Now you can see it's a really like warm mauvey shade, but I'm gonna get an even smaller brush now. And oh, that's not the smaller brush. Give me that smaller brush. I'm gonna get a smaller brush. And now I will go in with that fest, if you will. Let's fest. That just made me think of the song. Let's dance. Put on your red shoes and dance. I don't have red shoes. Does anybody out there have red shoes? I don't even think I have any colored shoes except like my workout shoes, and those are just stupid hot pink. Definitely not red. Okay, I'm taking that darker shade and I'm gonna go right here. Let me get close. All right, you can see I'm taking the fest and putting it in my crease and down to my lash line. Now, I want to bring it up because remember, I always say when you've got hooded lids, aging lids, whatever, you need to bring those eyeshadow shades up higher so that you can actually see them, and bring it out a little bit. See how I'm like, shoo. I am elongating. I love to make up my own words on this channel. I'm elongating. I'm elongating. I'm super elongating. I get cracked on for my vocabulary all the time, you guys. But I'm definitely not like grammar and glam. That's not this channel. All right, so coming into the crease on this side and bringing it up higher and out further. It's okay if I get out and I feel all wacky about it because I can just clean it up with my concealer later. Remember I told you I do that. I'm gonna go back to the dance shade and blend it a little bit. Man, if I teach you nothing on this channel except trust the process, I'm cool with it, because sometimes these things look really sloppy when I first start. Now I'm gonna go to this really dark chocolate shade and use it for more of an accent with the smaller brush again, right here at my lash line, but not a lot. I'm just adding a little bit of accent, okay? See how it's just a little bit darker right there? This is gonna help when I go to eyeliner. All right, I'm just smudging it out a little bit. I think I need a little more on this side. Okay. Now I'm going to use that darker shade on the bottom, that chocolate brown right under here. Ooh, these eyeshadows are so, they feel really like silky. They just super blend. They're definitely different. It's gotta be because they don't have talc that they're so different. Okay, now you can see like it's kind of everywhere. It's really sloppy. Doesn't even matter, you guys. I'm gonna go back to my big fat brush one more time, and I'm just gonna add just a little bit more of the dance shade right here and right here, just to make sure it's transitioning softly, because I'm making it kind of smoke upward. All right, now I'm gonna do my eyebrows real quick. I just wanna add a little brow powder on top of this before I go any further, just to bring them back to life, because of course I always get a bunch of foundation all over my permanent makeup brows here. I've had a lot of questions about the permanent brows, by the way, and I just want to encourage you all, you know, if you're thinking about it, go in, find somebody that will do a consultation for you, and go in for a pre-draw. If they would do that during the consultation, that means they just take a pencil and draw them on in the shape that they would suggest for you. That is always so super helpful. So I'm gonna grab my magnifying mirror so I can see. And I'm just darkening up these permanent brows here. All right, looking good. All right, yeah, we talked a lot about roller skating this morning. And I think last time I mentioned a little bit about school dances. Man, talk about awkward. And in my mind, I was always such a better dancer than I actually was. I just couldn't wait to get to that dance to just like bust a move. Like I knew I was gonna do something amazing. I had been practicing at home, and then I would get there and it's just, wound up not really dancing a lot with the moves I had in my head. I wound up just talking to my friends, and then when it was slow dance time, then, you know, then it was on. I had my move. It was put your arms on your boyfriend's shoulder and go like this in a circle. Just in a circle. That's all we did. I don't know where that came from, where people stopped dancing and couples just started like swaying back and forth in a circle. That was about it. Pretty lame. I just remember the teachers always telling us to keep our hands in appropriate spots. I was usually the one kissing my boyfriend when nobody was looking, getting in trouble. If they did, story of my life. All right, so now I am going to do something I don't normally do. Hard to believe, I know. Check it out. I have some liquid eyeliner here. I do liquid eyeliner occasionally, but when I do, I don't always use liquid eyeliner, but when I do, I use this one. It's the Jafra Beauty Inkwell eyeliner in the shade Onyx. I like it because it's got a felt tip on it, so it reminds me of a Sharpie, and it looks like a little inkwell. I have friends that have zero luck with these types of eyeliner, and they prefer a pen or a little paintbrush. Whatever you like is okay, but I have great luck with these. Now I'm coming close because I want you to be able to see. It usually will start out really sad. So I start, just go that way and then bring it across and make it disappear halfway over. Now I'm gonna fatten it up. Notice I made it longer and a little bit longer as I was going. I don't start out really long. And then it disappears. If you have a hard time doing your eyeliner, you may want to try leaving your mouth hanging open. Pro tips. Super thin and super sloppy. Make sure it comes all the way down to the lash line. All right. That's about all I got. But you can see it's really that triangle technique that we talk about all the time, that most of the time I just do with a pencil or a gel liner. And notice how I'm keeping my eye sort of closed and my eyebrow up so that I don't open my eye right away and get transfer. So I'm letting it dry. But I still used the fat triangle technique. So I'm re-dipping my little Sharpie, if you will. And on this outer edge is that triangle that just stays long and disappears halfway into my lashes. So I don't go like this and flick it up because then it really does disappear. So I have to make sure it's kind of fat on that outer corner. All right, here I go. This is never gonna match, but whatever. I don't try to get the outer corner perfect. I just work a little bit at a time. I feel like I'm going cross-eyed. Can somebody please play some Jeopardy music? Thank you. All right. It's sloppy. And I think I got this one up higher and this one out longer, so let me fix it real quick. There we go. Make sure this one is thick like that one. They are definitely not the same, but that's okay. All right. It'll work. You know what's gonna happen is they are going to be uneven, and it's not going to matter because most people aren't looking at me straight on and investigating my face. Most of the time I'm moving around and talking and they don't realize when something isn't perfectly even. Now, if you want to get it perfectly even, if this would drive you crazy, because I know a lot of women can't handle, you know, knowing that something's crooked on their face, like, you know, to me, it just doesn't even matter. You can absolutely do those little tapes right here that'll help guide you, or you can start with powder or pencil first and then use your liquid over it. So that's a little cheat tip for you there. I'm going to pop into some mascara right now. And when I come back, we'll do some false lashes. See you in just a minute. All right, I am back with some mascara on. I didn't put too much because I'm gonna be doing some falsies, and I'll show you a little trick with those too. But first, I do wanna pop a little bit of this crazy glitter right here. It's super wacky, but I'm gonna pop a little bit of it in my inner corner. I don't want to go across my whole eyelid, and I certainly don't want to fluff it on because I'll throw glitter all over my face. Pew, pew. It sounds fun, but you don't want to get it in your eyes. So I'm going to show you a little trick for that. So I'm going to take my lash glue. Oh, that's the wrong one. Let me get my lash glue, and I'm going to put a tiny bit right here on the back of my hand. Now I have this little pointy brush. It's a concealer brush, I believe. But I'm gonna take a little bit of that glue and put it right here. And now I'm gonna take some of that glitter and I'm just popping it on gently. And I used a really small amount of glue because I don't want to have to scrub this area when I get home and hurt my eyes. You can do this step before eyeliner if you want, but I am staying away from the eyeliner And using such a small amount, it's not sprinkling down on my face. That's another place that glue really helps. You don't get so much fallout, and a little brush like this helps it stay pretty concentrated just in that area. It just catches a little bit of light and gives you a little bit of confetti eye, if you will. This is my new confetti eye technique. But I just wanted to show you that even if there is a glitter in a palette and you're feeling weird about it, you're like, I don't know if I can put glitter on my eyelids. Now, if your lids are super, super hooded, you can forego this step and do glitter on the bottom lash line if you want. But if you've got any little bit that will pop through, this is really fun. Now you have to do it quick before everything starts drying, so have all your stuff ready to go. And make sure you get up as high as the other side so one's not higher than the other. And when I go back to the palette to grab the glitter, I just set it down flat to grab that glitter. And I just pat it really light. I don't dig into it because I don't want to destroy it either, but I don't want to pick up too much dang glitter. There, I brought a little bit more over. I felt like I went way further on this side. It's hard to tell in a magnifying mirror if you got it even, but I'm gonna be okay with it. You guys know that I'm totally cool releasing things to not be perfect. All right, I think that looks incredible. I love it. Now let's go to some concealer before I put on those false lashes. I wanna use a regular liquid today. I'm gonna put some on the back of my hand and not in the same spot I had that glue. But I wanna mix my concealer. I just used a regular liquid concealer. This is my brand that I carry here at the Beauty Bar. There's a lot of comparable concealers out there, so don't feel like you have to have that exact one. But I'm going to put a tiny bit of a very lightweight eye cream. This is by Jafra. This is the Royal Revitalize eye cream. It's really moisturizing, but it's lightweight. So it's gonna feel really nice underneath the eyes. I'm gonna take a flat concealer brush and mix a little bit of concealer with eye cream. And now, I'll go right here and here and here and here. And because it has eye cream in it, it's really nice and moist. And now I can clean up crazy sauce area. Where I got all those sprinkles. See how I'm just slicing it right up? And the eye cream helped keep it really nice and soft. I'm gonna get a little bit more, I think. I feel like I just need a little bit more of the eye cream over here. And a little bit more concealer too, I think. Maybe not, but I'm gonna have it just in case. All right, let's take some eye cream and concealer. All right. I wound up with a little bit of black underneath and I don't know where it came from. I think I touched something that had black eyeshadow or something on it. It was almost a disaster. You guys are always here with me when the disaster is averted. It's like we come so close to so many disasters together here on this channel. Eyeshadow disasters, foundation disasters. Sometimes I almost kick my camera over. See, and you can just slice it right up, clean it, blend it out nice and soft. Yeah, I did. I got into something black. I got all over my face. You guys remember one of my couple of videos ago, I had concealer on the end of my nose like the whole video and didn't even know. See how I am? How do you guys put up with me? All right, I think I got all the weird black stuff. I don't know how I did that. Why am I like this? What did I do? Oh, I see what I did. I have black on my finger from when I cleaned up that eyeliner mistake I made. Whatever. All's well. All right, let me rub in that eye cream, make sure I'm avoiding that blob of glue there. I'm gonna have to go back and remove that later. All right, I'm trying these new lashes today. These are by Kiss, who I love. Kiss Cosmetics is one of the best lash companies, and I love their pressy nails too. Those are fun. But I actually am a beauty editor for a magazine powered by Kiss Cosmetics. It's called Beautify.tips, and you can find that online. And I have written lots of articles for Beautify.tips. Oh, I think these are different sizes. It looks like these ones down here are smaller. I didn't know when I bought them. So you guys, these are called My Lash But Better. My Lash But Better. These have a clear band and they're gonna look really natural on, but you have to be careful peeling them off. Geez, they're so delicate. All right, so check that out. It's like barely there. I think I need to trim it. It looks too long. These are kind of wacky. They're so floppy. But definitely they're gonna feel really natural. Wow, okay. All right, I'm gonna cut the outer corner off because these have a long band on them and I don't want that much. Okay, so I cut one section off. Still too long. What on earth? I did not know what I was getting myself into, but there we go. Let's see how these turn out. I've used really similar lashes in the past, like with clear band, and certainly I use Kiss a lot, but this will be a first on this style. And they're really like pliable. Okay, let me get my lash glue off the floor. Here I go. All right. So I've got my lash in a little lash applicator tool, which I always say, like, if you like using your fingers better, you can, but I don't know that I would be able to hold this without the lash applicator tool. It's really like floppy and delicate. Make sure you give it a minute to get tacky, but not completely dry, of course. All right, so I'm gonna take a magnifying mirror and get this plopped on here. Wow, I'm glad I cut it. These are a little bit of a struggle because the band is so floppy, which makes it look more natural, I'm sure. But a more stiff black band is easier to apply, I think. Huh. Interesting, you guys. So the band really disappears in there. You could get away with wearing these with no makeup. So I'm thinking this is more of a no makeup lash, but it does look really pretty. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna do a really natural makeup look tutorial next time, and I'm gonna remember these lashes and use these again. They actually even just feel like my lashes there. Wow. All right, so yeah, that's really pretty though. What do you guys think? I like them. It did take a little more work than I expected though. And you know, there was that longer set up top. You know, I could have chosen those for more drama. So I like that you have that option here. So if you got this pack, the My Lash, what's it called? My Lash But Better, MLBB. You're gonna have a choice there with a little bit longer towards the top. I did not realize that. Okay, so once again, I'm gonna cut the last 2 sections. At first, I thought I was only gonna have to cut 1, but I wound up having to cut 2. And you know what, my friends out there that use false lashes, what's your favorite? Can you share in the comments, like, do you have a favorite lash brand? I know some of you are always asking about, like, you know, magnetic lashes, lash extensions, all that. But if you have a strip lash that you love, would you please share the brand? I've always loved Kiss because they're pretty affordable, and they have quite the selection. They're always coming out with like seasonal different styles. And one of my favorite styles that Kiss has is called the Muses. And those are nice and fluffy, really pretty. And they have a couple of different styles. But these just caught my eye. And I was just in the store, just picking up some lashes to try. And I thought, well, shoot, I'll give these a whack and see what happens. Also, you know, not everybody even needs a false lash. Like my sister, lashes for days. All right, I'm gonna plop this one on. See if I can master this side. I always have a harder time with the left. Get on there, you crazy little thing. Get in there. All right. Just had to like jam that band on there. It's so soft and pliable, you guys. Yeah, unless I need the kind of natural lash, I definitely won't use these again. I mean, I will for that kind of more natural makeup I'm gonna do for you, but like for a more glam look like this, I definitely think the thicker, more stiff band is better, just because it's easier for me to work with, because it'll hold its shape and just go. But these were like, oh, we're so loose and flowy. We do yoga. All right, and just keep patting it on there because it's hard to believe it's actually on. These are so light. I don't even feel like I'm wearing a false lash at all. Quite interesting. All right, I'm gonna go back and back blend my blush. Back blending the blush and bringing it up a little bit because we brought that concealer down and I had done a little damage with that black that was all over my face. I am wrecked sometimes, you know that? Wrecked. Now I'm gonna do a little bit of highlighter right here. This stuff right here. Now I love the gold right here on my cheek. And I'll do a little on this side. Right on the highest point of my cheekbone. I'll do some here on the tip of my nose. And now I have a little sponge. Just this little, like it's the little teardrop shape, but I'm gonna use it to try to cover up this stinking mountain that turned into a volcano over here. I'm gonna try to cover that sucker up. I'm gonna use one shade darker concealer than the one I used under my eyes because I want it to match the rest of my face. I don't wanna brighten. But I do wanna use the concealer because it's a drier formula than like foundation. So it'll stay a little bit longer. Ugh, it's rotten. I'm gonna just give up. Make sure it blends. Yeah, that sucker is something else. Something else. I'm gonna use a little bit more powder I'm gonna go to a brightening powder now. This one's a little bit lighter shade. This one's loose. And right through the middle, just setting a little bit. Now I'm gonna go to some lip liner, but I'm gonna do a nude lip because I got pretty excited on my eyes. So a nude lip it is. Here we go. Just a little bit of foundation over my lips. Now, I did not add foundation to the brush. I'm just using what was already on it from when I applied foundation to my face. Now I have a super nude lip liner. Now it won't look super nude on me because my skin tone is pretty light, so super nude tends to still look kind of brown on me, but you know, do my best. Now don't forget to go like this. If you have any lines and wrinkles in your lips, this really helps. It stretches them out. I'm overlining because I'm crazy like that. If you don't like to overline, no big rip, don't do it, it's okay. Now under. Did you notice? I went back and forth like 7 or 8 times. It helps it last longer. Now I'm going all the way through. Just cleaning up any dry areas on my lips. I'm gonna go back in with the lip liner. So, yep. I just colored my entire lip with a nude lip liner, and now I'm gonna go in with a lip plumping jelly that's called Sugar and Spice, and gloss the middle. Just to add some shine. But now I have one cohesive shade all the way through that just has a little bit of shine to catch the light right in the middle. Now I'm gonna use a setting spray, but I wanna use a dewy finish because I just want to liven this up a little bit to give it a little bit of a moist finish look to it. I like this kind of pinky mauve, but it's kind of warm as it fades up to my brows. The shade was kind of warm. And then I still used that mix glitter on the inner corner because that glitter had like every shade in it. It had a little purple, a little gold. So I think you could use it with just about any color combo out of that palette. All right, let's get this hair out of these barrels. Now I'm definitely gonna do a hair tutorial for you guys. I have a lot of friends asking, show us how to do the hair. So I'm gonna do it for sure. Probably in my next video. But I did just cut my hair. I got really ticked off because the ends were so dry. Just my skin, my hair, everything is dry right now. It's just the time of year. And I couldn't stand the way it just looked so brittle, so I just whacked it off. My hair lady is gonna kick my butt. I'm gonna be like, and now it's your job to fix it. All right, I used a little bit smaller barrel curling iron this morning than I have been using for my Miss Texas hairdos I've been having, but that's because I just whacked my hair off, and so I figured it wasn't gonna hold a curl great just because like I had kind of cut off the pattern that it was used to going in. So it'll have to get used to it again. I don't know if that makes sense. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me either, but these are the things I hear my hair lady say. Well, you can see that I have some wacky layers going on here. And that's what I did yesterday. But it definitely feels better. It definitely feels healthier. So that's a wonderful thing. I'll take that in exchange. All right, let's add some hairspray. When I do hairspray and big hair, it always makes me think of Steel Magnolias. I know you guys remember that movie. I always, when I think of Steel Magnolias, I think of Daryl Hannah's character when they were at the like festival or carnival or something for Christmas, and she was walking around and she starts yelling out of the blue, "Nobody move, my contact." I don't know if you guys remember that part. She was flipping her lid looking for a contact lens and everybody was flipping out. Dolly Parton was there with her. Oh, that was such a good movie. All right. Yeah, it's a little bit wacky today. I'm definitely gonna have to practice some hairdos to go with my new cut. But whatever, it does look much healthier and hopefully it will grow a little bit. Teeth check. All right. I love this look, and this eyeshadow looks really, really pretty. I love the way it turned out. I hope that you guys like it too. And I hope that you give me grace on how crooked this eyeliner is. And so I hope you know that you can have crooked eyeliner too. Just go for it anyway. I mean, when you look this fabulous, it'll distract anybody from crooked eyeliner. They'll be like, man, that glitter's amazing. Look at those lashes and ooh, your lips, instead of look at her crooked eyeliner. That's what I always do. I just distract people. All right, you guys, I hope that you learned 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 things today. I hope I brought value to your day, and I hope you give these looks a try, or at least one of the techniques that hopefully I was able to teach you today. Thank you so much for joining me today. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. You guys, we're growing so much. It's so exciting for me and for my son as well, the editor of the channel, who does a fabulous job. It's so exciting for us to know that our reach is growing. We're able to help more people, and I'm able to hang out with more incredible women just like you. I love you so much. Enjoy the rest of your day.